Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Hey Val, how you doing? Good to see you. We're just heading out for work. How's my day? My day's alright. We didn't do amazing earlier. Made about $22 in 3 hours. If that was bad. We're hoping to do better this evening, though. Let's see, it started out really good, but it's the dead time now. It might be the opposite for me. Maybe. But then again, I don't know. I usually do really good on Thursdays, but it's not quite looking like that today. But we're still going to go out and see what happens, right? Alright, so I got DoorDash on. As of yesterday, we're at 90% AR. On our way to 100. So, the final 10% before we can pull that off, huh? Guess I'll head over to my usual zone. Yeah, there's a lot of overcast northeast from here. I don't know what direction it's moving in. I'll be curious to see how that goes. Alright, we got a first DoorDash. Man, that sucks. Alright, $7. It says 3.5 miles. It's more like 4. But I'm gonna take it. Tap Panda Express. Hey Ellie, how's it going? Good to see you. We got our first DoorDash order for the evening. It's $7 USD for about 4 miles. So definitely not the best order. We gotta start off with something though. Alright, you gonna let me go? You gonna let me go? You gonna let me go? Alright, thanks. You never know with these drivers out there. Yeah, once I finish this order, we'll be at $29, which is pretty bad for a Thursday. But who knows, man? It could get better from here. Who knows? I mean, we got our first order tonight, earlier than this morning / afternoon. Come on, go. These damn pedestrians out here can't make their minds. They can't make up their minds, dude, you know? Hey, Colleen, good to see you. Yeah, those trolls on your channel, Colleen, they be asking you some interesting questions, huh? Then again, they're trolls, so what else is expected, I guess, right? But how's your day going, Colleen? Good Thursday equals good, or bad Thursday equals good Friday. Possibly, maybe. Fridays have been kind of a mixed bag, more one than you would think. But we'll see how it goes. I know Mother's Day ought to be packed. Oh, you having a good day, Colleen? Nice. Glad to hear that. We're going to be working on our first DoorDash. It's $7 for 4 miles of Panda Express. There's a lot of overcast a little north from here. I don't know what direction it's moving in. So I gotta keep that in mind. So I didn't bring my poncho. Mother's Day is May 11th, so this upcoming Sunday, at least in the States it is. You know, actually, I think those clouds are moving here. I gotta show you guys. We're getting surrounded. This isn't looking very good. You see all that? I don't know. I got a bad feeling about this one. Yeah. Something's telling me to not do it. It's moving closer. So it is moving this way. Yeah, this cloud's moving directly above us out here. Yeah, it's all moving here. Shit. Yeah, I don't know about this one, guys. I'm not sure. Because this order's taking me northwest. Might want to check for myself. Well, I mean, the sky's right above me. You tell me. That wasn't originally there. That was like over there. Yeah. Now it's blocking the sun. Damn. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm not feeling too good about this. Because I didn't really come prepared for rain out here, you know? They said it was supposed to rain only a slight bit for like 5 minutes maybe, but yeah, there's no way that's happening. I also did like crap earlier too, as some of you guys probably saw. So much for tipping the person who was handling your stuff in safe condition. Yeah, you paid, but at least thank your dasher, really 10 cents. Yep, it was a 10-cent tip. Yeah, those clouds are moving right above me. Damn. I don't know, man. I'm not feeling too good about this one. I'm not trying to back out of work. You guys know me. You guys know that if I can work, I can. But if I got a bad feeling about something, you know, that bad juju radar is tingling. I'm not feeling too good about it. I can't get the worry-free unassigned, though. Let me contact a live agent. I'm going to unassign from the order. I'm going to unassign that way. That way my completion rate doesn't go down. Live agent. Live agent. Yeah. Got a bad feeling about that. You think the 40-cent tip was jinx? Yeah, probably. Probably was. Yeah, I gotta show you guys. See that cloud I was pointing at? Look what it's doing now. They're touching. They're about to touch. Some fast-moving clouds up there, huh? See, those clouds were further away. Yeah, it's closing in. Yeah, it's just moving closer. Yeah, exactly, Anthony. Exactly. Yeah. Maybe some rain. Yeah, no kidding. That's why I'm unassigning from this order, but I'm going to have a live agent do it so it doesn't affect my completion rate. Like, if you got a good reason to unassign from an order, don't unassign for yourself if you can't get the worry-free unassigned. Contact a live agent. And just tell them that, you know, such and such, whatever reasons, you want to be removed and to have it not affect your completion rate. They'll comply and just say that, you know, we'll do this, but you don't get paid. And it's like, all right, whatever, fine. I don't care. Wow, they still haven't connected me to support yet. You grew out of your hair kind of quick. No longer grow it at a fast pace. Hey, Grandma Moore. Good to see you. Good to see everyone. Going to be cutting this live stream short. I was going to come out and work tonight, but the way the overcast looks, no way. Yeah, there's just no way. It's moving right above us. Wow, still no live agent yet. Sometimes I get one instantly, other times I gotta wait. It's weird. Alright. Either way, I'm getting out of here. Not about ready to get downpoured. I'll just stay home and watch some movies. I was watching the 1978 Piranha earlier today. I haven't seen that movie in years. And honestly, it wasn't terrible. It honestly wasn't terrible. It was kind of funny in spots. Like, there was this one where the chick and the main guy, they wanted to try to create a distraction so they could get away from the security guards. So the guy was suggesting that maybe she should flash him, flash the guard. And then she was like, well, what if he's gay? And then he was like, oh, I'll do it myself. I don't know. I thought that was a cheeky joke. It was surprisingly bloody too, especially for a movie of its time. Surprisingly bloody. It overall wasn't that bad. It was pretty entertaining. I like it better than any Dan Snyder movie. I'll put that one out there. Piranha, like the fish, the 1978 one. I remember the 1995 one with Mila Kunis, the one that voices Meg Griffin. That movie was absolutely awful. It was so terrible. It was a shot-for-shot remake, but it had none of the commentary, it had none of the humor, it wasn't nearly as violent, and even though it came out 17 years later, it looks even cheaper, That's inexcusable. It was terrible, absolutely terrible. But the 78 version was actually decent. Actually wasn't that bad, It was a blatant Jaws ripoff too, right? But it was one of those movies that was self-aware enough to know that about itself. So I give credit to that. I remember a while ago I saw Piranha 3DD. We know why it's called DD, because double D's, and a movie like that's got a lot of naked chicks in it, right? So of course they're going to call it Double D, right? 3 Double D. That movie wasn't terrible either. It was pretty similar, where it was like bloody, but also silly and stupid and ridiculous. I still haven't gotten a live agent. What the hell? By the time I get the live agent, I can probably just unassign without lowering my completion rate. This is absurd. I've never waited this long for a live agent. Alright, now I can get it. There we go, finally. I'm not staying out here. Jesus. Some crazy drivers back there. Let's see. Do I like musicals? I can't say I really got into them. The ball cap is the modern toupee, Cole. Never seen it, but it sounds like a great, terrible film. I love disaster masterpieces. And Anthony says, loved Piranha, the 70s flick. Yeah, you know what was another disaster masterpiece? Was probably Jaws 3D. That movie's really bad, but I actually kind of liked it. Like, it wasn't that, like, it really wasn't nearly as bad as it was made out to be. It's just the visual effects were atrocious. You know, the visual effects in that film are atrocious, but at the same time, it's so blatantly bad that I can't help but to like it. You know? I gotta say too, there were some scenes from that film that were actually genuinely decent. Like, there was a scene where they actually have like this, not really a puppet, but they have like this canister that's supposed to be the inside of the shark, chomping down on the guy that swallowed him whole. And then you see the teeth just like clamping down, and you hear the squishing, crunching sounds, right? And I was like, wow, you know, it's silly and ridiculous, but it's actually kind of cool. Never really seen that before. So I thought that was neat. You had some scenes like that too throughout Jaws 3, which actually made it not terrible. Even though it is a pretty bad movie. Hey Chip, any good offers? No, we're heading home. I don't know if you can see that overcast behind me, but it looks even worse out there. And it's moving this way. When I was leaving the house, I saw a bunch of birds fly away. And I was like, I see. Right? Because birds are the first to fly away when there's a storm. When you get bad weather, the first animals to leave are birds. Always. So, yeah, those clouds are starting to move in. And I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. And if earlier was an indication of what may have to come, then yeah, it just wasn't going to be worth it. Now, on the bright side, Chip, I did get an offer, and I was able to get a worry-free unassigned. So it does count towards my acceptance rate without lowering my completion rate. So my completion rate is still 100%. And that gives me another order towards my acceptance rate, which actually, yeah, it's still at 90%. Yeah, we're still at 90%. So that puts us 10% away from a perfect score with that, you know? Yeah, I didn't feel right just... Because here's the thing, right? The first thing I was going to do was contact a live agent and have them unassign for me, because when you unassign that way, they don't lower your completion rate. Because I'm pretty adamant about sticking to my 100% completion rate. I complete every order that I work on, right? The only exceptions have been worry-free unassigns. If I have a ridiculous wait time, or if I have to leave because of, I don't know, that, for example. You know what I mean? That's a pretty good reason. So if I can't worry-free unassign on my own, then I contact the live agent and they do it for me. I just tell them what's going on, and I tell them that I'd like to unassign without lowering my completion rate. And then they do it. They just tell me that I don't get paid for it. And that's fine. No big deal. So yeah. Have they ever denied your request? No. They've always accepted it. And ever since I've gone platinum, they've helped me with every inquiry that I've had for them. In the past, I guess they were less helpful in the past, before I did platinum. But since I did platinum, they help every request. Like, if I get an unjustified low rating, they'll remove it for me, for example. Or if I want to block a customer, they'll do that for me too. Am I headed home? Yeah, I'm almost back home. Sorry this was such a short stream, guys. I wasn't planning on it being so short. I was hoping I could stay out a couple hours and work. I can already hear thunder out there. Lucy hates thunder too, so she'll definitely want me to be here with her. Like when it's thundering outside, Lucy gets like really nervous, and I can see it when she slopes down her ears and the wrinkles on her forehead disappear. She got that sad look in her eyes, wags her tail, and then she's pulling at me to hold her and give her kisses and everything. Follow too, right? When it turns grayish, that's definitely rain, for sure. If it's like predominantly blue, not really, but when it's gray, Yeah, I know. She absolutely hates fireworks too. Absolutely hates it. Hopefully no jackasses set that kind of crap off today, though. I've heard people set off fireworks at the most random times of year. And then Lucy gets all upset and shit. It's like, bastards. Oh, does my bag? Yeah, the bag itself is waterproof. So, I do have this poncho, right? So, if I ever expect rain in a day, I usually bring the poncho with me. I'll put it in my bag. Because you never know. But that's only if I get caught in the rain while I'm out. Like, if it's already raining before I go out for work, especially if it's heavier rain, I don't go out. Because these tires, they are technically like multi-terrain. They don't do well in the rain itself. And the last time I had that accident, some of you guys might have remembered, right? I fell off my bike back in December. That was in the rain. So that's still in my head. And I do still fear for that to happen again. Hopefully not. Right? So a lot of the time, I'll just voluntarily not work in the rain. But I digress. What's going on, South Wisconsin family fishing? You are stuck on step 2 of monetizing, trying to figure it out. Step 2. So, yeah, how many subs you at now? Are you at 1K? You got enough watch hours? Oh wait, you're trying to get the partial, right? Oh, AdSense. Yeah, you don't have enough. You don't have enough subscribers yet. Yeah, you hear the thunder out there, right? Oh, tier 1. Okay. So it keeps saying error. I mean, I'm not quite there yet myself. I'll show you my stats. I mean, we're pretty close, right? I jumped up 64 in a day, 64 watch hours in a day. So I'm getting there myself, but I'm not quite there yet. Keeps giving errors. I don't know. Were you able to submit an application yet? Or is that like your first attempt submitting an application? Fix error, but doesn't tell you what the error is. Yeah, are you using a VPN? Because that could be it. Maybe. Yeah, I'm going to get in just a bit. Yeah, I'm almost there. I just got to get the watch hours, which we're getting there. No? I don't know. Yeah, that's probably your best bet. Wish I could help you with that, but I'm not exactly sure. But with that being said, I will keep your experience in mind in case I run into that myself. So, cool beans. But yeah, I'm going to get inside. I was supposed to stream longer, but it's going to rain. See, it's thundering like crazy out there. The birds are flying away. See, look at that. Birds are flying away out there. Yeah. It's pretty much going to rain within the half hour. No doubt about it. Landlord's still not home yet, too. They're going to keep her for another day. I hope they discharge her tomorrow. Because if they keep her on the weekend, it's going to be a waste, man. Because most doctors and shit are off on the weekend. They're not going to be able to give her the help that she needs, right? But we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm sure tomorrow is going to be a longer stream, so I'm sorry to end it so early, guys, but I do appreciate you guys being here anyway. Just don't forget to hit that like button on the way out, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.